Welcome to the Sana Project, where we take you well beyond our everyday skin clinic practices and give you insights to our philosophy. This collaborative podcast is hosted by our team and guest experts in various fields. So let us take you to Skinfinity and beyond, where we will be covering topics on skin, internal health, mind, soul, energy, life, and integrated practices. Our hope is to spark thoughts that resonate and serve you to make conscious choices to live your best life. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it.
Hi, we're back for another episode of the Sana Project, and I'm here with Aesha again. So today's going to be a little bit of an interesting one. Going to get quite real about self-sabotage, what that can look like, why we're doing it, and how we can potentially start taking steps to not do it as much. I think that prompted me because I saw something the other day of all the different ways of how women in particular can really self-sabotage. What are some of the most common one that pop into your head?
I think they hold themselves back. They're really afraid to grow.
What do you reckon that is?
Well, I think even as kids, we're sort of raised as girls to sort of be of service more, to sacrifice more, to be sort of hold back, take care of others. And I think it's just sort of like this pattern, you know, and so we're not used to sort of taking the lead, or we're not used to sort of standing out loud. We're also taught to be quiet. Don't be so loud and boisterous, you know. So I think it's just something that's also culturally and definitely I feel as a girl I've experienced that myself. So when you are starting to grow, I think you are going to face some sort of resistance, because you're going to face that inner resistance, then you're going to have family members that are going to go, fuck, slow down. Fucking slow down. And then I think, you know, if you're in a relationship, even friendships or even in work, I think people really, they feel intimidated, I think, you know. Okay. What about you?
Yeah, well, it's even, I think as women, we often think we kind of have to do things on our own, figure things out on our own. So even just not asking for help and sort of trying to have more of a community, because we kind of want to look like we've got our shit together, we can handle everything. And I feel like that's often getting in the way of, you know, making life easier, growth.
Yeah. Yep. I think again it stems back from the fact that we're meant to be the support, not the lead.
Yeah.
Right. If you're sort of like the leader, you're good at directing too. So you're sort of like very good with knowing your strengths, your weaknesses, and you're sort of like, okay, you do this, you do that. But I think we haven't been taught to be in that position where we can lead. And so what we're good at is sort of like leading and following. Not leading, following and supporting.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It does make sense. It definitely makes sense. So that kind of leads me to, though, when someone is more in that leadership role, are they more in the masculine than in the feminine? Or how do you...
Okay, so I definitely reckon there is a leadership in the feminine, but I think because it was, I hadn't learnt how amazing the feminine was. Yeah. I didn't realise how powerful the feminine was, that I think when I took the leadership role, it was very masculine dominant.
Okay.
So I expressed it through the force. And you're absolutely right. A leader in the feminine would expect to receive.
Yeah.
Whereas the masculine would force. So, yeah, it makes sense that we sabotage because we actually are not comfortable with receiving. We're comfortable with doing.
Yeah. Yeah, we spoke about that when we spoke about like receiving compliments, why that feels so uncomfortable. So, yeah, again, like just that taking in and even praising ourselves, giving ourselves a bit of a pat on the back for...
I fucking love myself, man.
I love you too.
Fucking good with that. But yeah, no, I'm making a joke, but yes, like women really struggle with that.
So what about, can you self-sabotage yourself by trying to be too perfect?
Look, my rule is do not be a good person.
Right.
No, dead set. I think then your every intention is coming from this place that you're not already. Right, the seed is, oh, I'm not already, so let me be a good person. And why do good people only, good people are the only ones that say yes? Why can't a good person have anger, a healthy anger? Why can't a good person say no to you? Why can't a good person have a boundary? Why can't a good person say, fuck, I'm tired, I don't want to do this today? You can do it. So see how defining what good is also matters, because I think we fucked that up. We really have. And a lot of that, I think, be the good girl, be a good person, be a good wife, be a good mum. Just think about that.
People pleasing.
People pleasing.
Fit and fill every role.
And underneath it, it's like, oh, you have to become it.
Yeah.
You have to be, because you're not that. And already starting on the wrong foot.
Yeah. Gosh, that makes it tricky, doesn't it? If you're kind of growing up with all of these things sort of embedded that you later on come to realize. So what would be your advice if you recognize any sort of pattern where you are self-sabotaging? What will be some steps to really, I guess, regain the power over that and turn it around?
Tell me one thing, right? How many times have you abandoned yourself so you didn't want to go anywhere but you went because you felt bad?
Countless.
Yeah. How many times did you have a coffee with a mate that you didn't really want to, but you didn't want to be a bad friend?
Yeah, done that.
All right. So your body is always communicating to you. It contracts. When your body doesn't want you to be a good person, because you're being a good person, you can create disease because you're contracting every time, right? Instead of actually being open-hearted. I always say one thing, right? Everything in this life is about relationship.
Yeah.
Everything. Okay? So the way I explain it, it's very simple to me, is that I have to find my distance between myself and that thing or that person or that circumstance. I have to find the distance between me and that so that I can love it. Okay? So I'll give you an example. My son can be here and I can love my son from here.
Yeah.
I can't have fire here.
Yeah, I get you.
Right?
Yeah.
But I can love fire from a distance.
Yeah.
Right? So I can maybe have a friend that I don't want to see for coffee all the time, but I can actually have 2 phone calls a year and I love that friend. Right? So we've really messed it up thinking that everything has to have the similar relationship. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't, right? Everything has its nature. I also have to honor the nature of the thing. I have my own nature, right? You might be a great friend, but I don't want to talk to you about handbags.
Yeah.
Yeah? I'm not going to fucking do it. You might be a great friend and I don't want to go out partying with you, right? And I'm not going to do it because in that moment, if I go and force myself, I'm not going to be in loving relationship in that time.
Yeah.
Right? So my whole thing is about working out to what distance do you need to have something so you can love it.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes total sense.
Yeah. And that way I'm not sabotaging myself. I'm being authentic. I'm never contracting.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not resentful. Because do you know how many people look so nice on the outside and they're so resentful in the inside? You think you're doing me a favour by sitting next to me but hating to be there?
Yeah.
Do you think that's a great thing? Because honestly, frequency is so much louder than what you're putting out. Imagine what you're actually putting out when you don't want to do something. You think that's cool? I don't think so.
No. No, a lot of people, like you could probably even tell by their facial expressions or, you know, body language, anything like that, whether someone's actually genuinely wanting to be there or not.
Just notice if they've got the phone and you're talking to them and they've got the phone, they don't want to be there, man.
Yeah.
As much as they can pretend to be a good person, they're not invested in you.
When you start noticing that obviously within your body and you somehow start recognizing those patterns, what would be some tips you can give someone to somewhat establish those boundaries again without coming across as an absolute douchebag for letting someone down? Like, let's say that friend that, you know, you do love, but you really can't be bothered going to a nightclub because that's just not your thing. Like, how do you, without letting them down and feeling like it's because of them, how do you bring that across?
You know me.
Yeah.
How many times do I say no to shit?
Oh, whenever you want to.
That's right. Do you feel unloved? Because when I am with you, how loved are you?
Yeah, but that's you. So I know that from you because you have your boundaries. Like, you're set the way that you are. I'm talking about someone who has let it slide, who has been a people
So this
pleaser.
is the thing, right? Because I'll tell you something. The quality of my attention that I give you when I'm with you, or if you're on a phone call and I pick up that phone call, that's my choice. The attention I give you, the love I give you, the presence that I give you, right, has set the foundation for if I don't want to fucking go out clubbing with you, you know it's not out of not me loving you.
Yep.
Right? So if you want to flip that, I think when you are with that person, right, start to give them your complete self. Let them feel loved first. Let them feel like you matter, you're important, right?
Yep.
Then they never doubt because they go, oh, it's not me, she loves me. She just doesn't fucking like going to the club.
Yeah.
Do you
and
see?
I guess there's no doing wrong if you're actually just open and honest about it and to say, like, you know, I just don't like that thing. I don't like that topic, that
and
whatever.
you know what? Absolutely. And it doesn't mean it's a hard set rule. I might want to do it today, but tomorrow if you said, oh, let's plan it again, I'm going to say, no, I can't.
Yeah.
So it's like it can shift in those things too. But I think you have the flexibility of doing that and the boundaries come naturally because when I'm with you, you fucking know I love you. I'm here.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not actually so diluted and so like all over the shop and you don't fucking matter. So you're constantly thinking, oh, fuck, man, does she want to be here? Right? And then you say, I don't want to go out as well. Oh, fuck, she definitely doesn't like me.
Yeah.
My signals are very strong, which is I fucking am here. That means I want to be here. I'm with you. Right? And so when you have that understanding of me, you will know it's never about me not loving you. It's about I just don't want to do that thing today.
And I guess the people that truly don't understand that.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, because it is like I think we've all kind of experienced that, that, you know, you're kind of bending over backwards for a person, a friend, whatever, and, you know, you can only ever meet them on their ground. Like, you know, they would never come around and hang out with you at home and just have dinner. Like, you always have to go to a place where they're going already just to be in their zone and do what they're doing.
That's exhausting, man.
Yeah.
That's exhausting. And listen, at any friends, I love my friends, but I will never, ever, I've learnt this, I will never, ever compromise my authentic feeling
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who it is. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah. And I guess that's probably, I'm assuming, something that you can start doing off by like little baby steps as well. Like, you know, set little boundary there, little boundary there.
Yeah. And I definitely reckon, look, one thing is I have a set rule for me, which if I don't give myself something, I'm not going to fucking expect it from someone else. So if I'm going to betray myself, every time I feel something, I'm doing the opposite. And then I'm pissed off because someone else is betraying me. That's bullshit.
Yeah, that's the truth there, isn't it?
Yeah, you've got to give yourself the things that, like, you are seeking outside of you. Like, oh, you're so upset that, you know, like, oh, they didn't show up, whatever. Like, well, then have you showed up for yourself? Or you're upset because someone treated you some way. But, like, dude, did you set boundaries for yourself? Right? So I have a very, very hard rule on myself, which is I will never ask for something unless I give that to myself first. Full stop. Full stop.
Yeah. And I guess that's something that I know a lot of people are simply not used to, because they would rather give something to someone else to keep them happy than do something for themselves that they know, you know, that they actually really want.
Yeah, well, it's just disempowering, and you've put all your wellness and well-being in the hands of someone else. Like, and that's not fair on the other person.
Yeah.
You're not willing to look after yourself, but they have to take that load, or they have to take that responsibility. That's fucking heavy for them.
Yeah.
Who made that deal?
And often that's like not just friends, that can be, you know, families. You're expected to be somewhere and
no,
whatever.
I will not do that, because I like I say, I don't believe like you only have to be nice at all times. Like, why can't you just be like, I don't want to, no, I'm tired today. Why can't that be fucking okay? Why can't that be? Why are we so forced and hell-bent on like only being nice and shiny? Like, that's not real, man. That's why relationships are not real anymore. You know, it's not authentic anymore. And that's crap. That's why there's no depth to it.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. That's why I love you so much, you know that? You always just bring it right to the point. There's no, you know.
True.
Yeah. Okay. Any other?
And look, it's not saying that this is easier to do, but like, I'm 46 almost this year. So I feel like I'm at a place too where I've lived a great life. I've learnt a lot.
Have you always been like this and had these boundaries for yourself?
Yep. But not as a kid. I fought for these. I fought with my parents for these. Right? So it wasn't like it was given to me. No, the way, and that's the other thing, right? I'm not a hypocrite. So if I say no to a friend, I say no to my parents. I'm fucking cool with them saying no to me too, though. I don't take things personally like that. So that's my thing. I don't pick and choose where I'm going to apply this.
Yeah.
It's all round.
No exceptions.
No exceptions, man. And my parents have to love me for being a dick sometimes. Like, my parents should go, she's being a little shit. Oh, we still love. Okay, that's how you feel unconditional love and also receive unconditional love. And they get it too, because imagine you're just only loved for being a good person. The fuck is the point of that?
That's so true.
That's not fucking love, man. I want my parents to love me because I said, no, I'm fucking doing that. Yes, I will do that to my parents too. Believe me.
Okay. So to summarize that, really, we should start listening to our body and the signs of what feels right and what doesn't.
Stop betraying yourself.
Yep. Be honest with people. Tell them exactly what you feel.
Mm-hmm.
And be present when you are with the
absolutely,
right people.
Absolutely, because then there's no doubt. They don't feel that you don't. It's not a personal thing. Then they go, it's the thing that she doesn't want to do.
Yeah.
And, bro, they're allowed to say fucking no. Like, get off your high horse, mate. People are allowed to say fucking no.
Yeah.
You can, so can they.
Yeah, the people that really aren't aligned with that, they will sort of frazzle out of your life as you do grow in that way, I guess.
Yeah, be okay. It's not personal. You're allowed to say no. They're allowed to say no. It's fucking healthy, man. It's healthy. I love when my kids go against me. I seriously do when they say no. Well, shit, dude, if I only love them because they're so sweet and they're fucking doing everything for me, then that's crap.
Yeah.
That's shit.
All right. Well, that's about all the self-sabotaging things that I can think of right now. I'm sure there's plenty. But that was very insightful. And, yeah, I hope you took something away from this, and we'll see you again next time.
If you enjoyed this episode, share it with your friends and get involved in our socials to help shape the topics on this podcast. We'd love to meet you. You can simply book from our webpage or reach out. We are here to help.